When WagerTalk acquired the iconic Gold Sheet, the goal was to turn it into a modern, user-friendly product providing high-quality content and data. We're well on our way to achieving just that, and we want to show you how far it's come. From Friday, December 24th through Sunday, January 2nd, enjoy free access to the Gold Sheet. Just head to goldsheet.com and sign in using username free@goldsheet.com and use password free to get access to our NFL, college football, NBA, and college basketball content for the entire week. No credit card, email, or registration is required. Check it out. And if you enjoyed the new and improved Gold Sheet like we know you will, lock in savings now and grab our 2022 football Gold Sheet for just $99. That's right, until January 1st, 2022, we're taking $100 off the regular price of $199. From all of us here at WagerTalk Sports Memo and the Gold Sheet, we wish you a wonderful holiday season and a prosperous new year.
Hey guys, welcome in on a very happy Thursday to you. December the 30th. That is where we are at. Get to talk a little NBA, a little association tonight. Small card, just 4 games. We'll run through them for you, see if we can find any edges to make it a profitable evening. And we will do it with 3 of our favorites here at WagerTalk.com and or SportsMemo.com. As Ski Profit in the house, Teddy Covers is here, as is Mr. Abacus himself, Rob Vino. He is ready to go tonight. Ski, coming off it's been a fantastic week for you, man. Continuing to roll. Mitchell Robinson called earlier. He said, thank you very much for backing me the other night. Things are going well. Talk to us about what you got going on tonight at WagerTalk.com.
Yeah, I always come on here and say how I've been doing. So yesterday was a bad day. I went 0-2. But, it's been pretty good over the long term. I think over my last 162 plays, a little bit over 59%. What I have tonight, I have a 5% in the NBA. It's my 5th one. I've won 3 out of 4 so far. So looking to get with another winner tonight.
Love it. All right, guys, they don't come around often, but when they do, head over to WagerTalk.com. Ski's 5% in the association tonight. Available right now. And speaking of 5%, I know this guy's got a 5% bowl game still yet to be played over at WagerTalk and or SportsMemo.com. Teddy Covers, what is going on, man? What else you got going on over there?
We're finally, and look, my NBA season has not been what I expected. Frustrating and disappointing. That being said, we're turning around. 67% over the last 10 days, 71% over the last 7 days, 3 perfect sweeps over the last 4 days. So, I was really, I looked at my record. I was pissed off. I'm like, this can't go on. And we've been able to right the ship over the course of the last couple of weeks. I'm locked and loaded with a single best bet in the NBA for tonight, but don't buy the play. I'm going to give it to you on the show before we are done. That said, we are locked and loaded with a bunch of bowl winners for the weekend, including the 5% big ticket that Joe was just mentioning. I'm on 83% with the 5% big ticket run. It's been real nice in recent weeks across sports.
Awesome stuff, guys. Teddy's over at WagerTalk and or SportsMemo.com. You can pick that up, guys. And Rob Vino, what is going on, my friend? I know you are absolutely locked and loaded here tonight in bowl action. Talk to us about the NBA or anything else you got going on.
Well, I'll talk to you about all sports combined, guys. I took a look at the WagerTalk leaderboard this morning. Last 7 days, sitting atop of that board right now. So it's been good all the way around. NBA, college football, real good run into bowl games. Slowed down somewhat early this morning with an underplay on the North Carolina-South Carolina game. Late field goals sort of put that one away. But bowl play best bet up and loaded for later on this evening. So if you're interested in bowl action, go grab that. Also an NBA play up and available right now. So you can get it all, WagerTalk.com.
All right, guys. We are just about 5 or 6 minutes away from that 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time report from the NBA. We'll keep you posted if anything new pops up in there while we take a look on our opening game here, guys. Let's go. The Sixers taking on the Brooklyn Nets in a battle here tonight. Brooklyn opens up as a 3.5-point favorite. That has since been bet up to 5, it looks like. The total 217, that too, on its way up to 222. And of course, I'm going to assume that the Brooklyn backers are waiting the return of Kevin Durant here tonight to the lineup, no longer on any sort of list here. Ski, talk to me here. The market moving clearly in one direction. Do you agree with it?
I think I would have to here, Joe. In general, I mean, just going back years, Philly does have a winning record, I think. They do have a winning record on the road this year, but I'm never enthusiastic about betting them on the road. Brooklyn, they've won 6 out of 7. They've covered 5 of those 7 games. And you get now your best player back in the lineup and just a more healthy squad. So I think Brooklyn is the only way to look here if you're looking at a side. If you like Philadelphia, I think you just go ahead and bet Joel Embiid props because that's the guy that's going to have success as far as matchups go against a Brooklyn team who's not that big. And then the total, I think I agree as well. You said it's been moving up towards the over. Brooklyn, they've gone over 5 of their last 7 games, and you're getting a big chunk of scoring back in the lineup today. So lean Brooklyn, lean over, and Embiid props as well.
All right, Embiid props it is. I believe no Doc Rivers tonight. He is in the protocol, but coaches, it's the NBA. Nobody gives a shit. Teddy, listen, Harden has done an amazing job trying to carry this team in the absence of all the guys in the protocol, but now we get some reinforcements back here tonight. What do you think? Can you only look in Brooklyn's direction, or you got a little Philadelphia love going on?
So one of the things that I really try hard not to do is to keep on betting the same teams that you've had a bad read on. And the 76ers have been my kryptonite. All right. I played them 4 times in December, twice on, twice against. I'm 0-4 in those games. All right. I continue to look at Philadelphia as a team that's not as good as they were last year, a team that in large part, if Embiid doesn't go off, the Sixers lose right now. That being said, Philly has been a feisty road dog. I hate the spot for Brooklyn. All right, coming back off a fun trip to LA where they won both games, a big Christmas Day game, and then after against the Clips. Returning home for your classic flat spot, and you're getting your superstar back, or one of your 2 superstars back in the lineup, and that is a bet against situation. So, especially with the money pouring in on Brooklyn. But the Nets are better than the Sixers. I don't know what to do with this game, Joe. Clearly, this is the game I'm going to be passing.
So, Tay brings up an interesting point here, Rob, because it's one thing to look at Philly as a favorite, which it doesn't often work out great. But when they're catching points, and the number continues to rise here, are you willing to back the Sixers in an underdog role here tonight?
Yeah, it's possible, Joe, but I would like for their guard situation to be a little better. I mean, it seems like every team has an area right now where they're so shorthanded. But for Philadelphia, you look to their bench tonight, not a single guard on the bench. Unless Shake Milton gets the go-ahead to come back, I think Isaiah Joe will come back off the protocol list, your number 3 shooting guard, and that'll be your guard off the bench. Otherwise, it's all bigs, Drummond, Niang, Korkmaz, Paul Reed. The Nets, it's not just Kevin Durant coming back, but LaMarcus Aldridge comes back. Cam Thomas, the LSU kid, had been lighting it up as a bench reserve before he went on the COVID list. He's back. They're deep in every position right now. Now, dating back to when Kenny Atkinson was the coach of this Brooklyn team and they started to move up the standings, played Philly in the playoffs, it's always been a big versus small matchup. And I think Ski alluded to it a little bit with Embiid props tonight. Brooklyn's got multiple bodies in the pivot, but they're not good enough to contain Embiid. I mean, you could run Aldridge and his 6 fouls at him. You could run Blake Griffin and 6 fouls at him, Nicholas Claxton and 6 fouls, and maybe you beat him up enough to slow him down. I would probably, if I had to bet side, look Brooklyn. but I really think they're going to force pace here. And perhaps the move on the over was the right move when it was initially steamed. At this point in time, it's a little bit tough because you get a lesser number. Might look first half over here with the Nets. I just think that the Nets are going to push pace here in this game, and it's going to be higher scoring than expected. I don't think Philly can defend these guys.
So since Embiid came back from his stint on the COVID protocol list, they are 4-1 in a dog position right now. They've been a favorite an awful lot. Didn't work out, but as a dog, 4-1 ATS with Embiid back in the lineup. They are getting 5.5 right now in the marketplace. Tonight, that game going off, 7:10 Eastern time. Get ready as the Nets and Sixers going to do battle here. Should be a fun one. Let's take a look at what we got going on here with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, boy, that Ricky Rubio news, just awful. Taking on the Washington Wizards, who do appear, at least, to be getting healthier. Beal, Bertans, Caldwell Pope, Anthony Gill, all questionable here tonight as of right now. 2.5 was the number that opened up for the Washington Wizards. It remains 2.5 with a total that has come down, Teddy, to 209.5 here. Tough break for the Cavaliers, but do you think they can bounce back here?
Real tough break for the Cavaliers. I mean, okay, they were able to withstand Colin Sexton, no problem. They would have been better without Sexton. Garland gets hurt, all right, we'll put Rubio in the lineup. Well, now Rubio's out as well. So you're missing your top 3 point guards, Jared Allen, not playing this evening. I really don't know what to expect from the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. This has been a team that's been great in every role. They're great off a loss. They're great dogs. They're a great road team. They've made everybody money who's backed them all season. I don't trust the Wizards as chalk. I'm not convinced that any of the guys, you mentioned Beal and Bertans, they're still very questionable tonight. And the latest line move with the money coming back towards Cleveland tells us that maybe those guys may not be in the lineup for Washington. Washington's not a team that I trust, but Cleveland's a team I need to see what they're going to look like without any of their top guards on the floor. This is a clear watch and learn game for me, not a game I have any interest in betting.
All right, well, Bradley Beal still questionable. Caldwell Pope still questionable. Bertans has been ruled out as of just a couple of minutes ago here, Rob Vino. So what do you think? Lamar Stevens and Dylan Windler going for Cleveland. Not that, I mean, I guess anybody at this point will help with what they got going on.
Hey, let's not insult any Belmont Bruins while I'm on a show with you, Joe. Dylan Windler's a classic Belmont Bruin.
Yes, he is.
The guard situation just compounds things for Cleveland, right? This is a team, and J.B. Bickerstaff was, I think, rewarded with a contract extension, and he should be. He's been as good a coach as there's been in the NBA, but they predicated this team, and the reason why they made us all this money, cashed all these tickets for us, as Teddy talked about, is because they played defense in the interior. And then that interior was eroded by health and safety protocols. And now you've got 2 of the guys back. But again, Jared Allen's not there, so it's not as sturdy at the rim as it was all season long. And now you add the point guard situation to it. And to me, it's just a fade situation with Cleveland. What makes it worse for me is the fact that they held a pretty good lead at halftime against New Orleans the other night. And the Pelicans outscored them 60-46 in the second half and win that game straight up 108-104. Cleveland couldn't withstand a Pelican rally. I don't know. In my estimation, as we go through these, these fluid roster situations, the teams that have had to do it more, I feel like I have more faith in. The Wizards have been in this situation without Beal a lot more. Cleveland's now just realizing, holy crap, we're losing all our pieces here. What do we do? I think that that's troublesome for the Cavaliers. If it were me at 2.5 right now, I would play Washington in anticipation of either Caldwell Pope or Beal possibly being listed as available for this game. If they're not, I still think laying 2.5 is just fine because, again, it's a team that's been accustomed to playing without Beal way more this season than Cleveland has been accustomed to not playing with a point guard.
it's kind of hard to figure out. I mean, where is Cleveland going to have enough offense here? Ski with no Rubio guard, they haven't exactly played an awful lot without at least one or two of those guys on the court. So life begins new here for Cleveland. Do you like them in this spot tonight?
It's tough. I pretty much agree with what both of the guys said. As far as Teddy, he said it's a watch and learn game because Pangos, like I was talking to you guys off air. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's from EuroLeague. So I'm gonna see how they look out there. No, with the new point guard, I think an under. That's just how I feel, and I see the total dropping down. So that's the way I lean there. And from a side, I agree that I don't trust Washington. They've won 2 of their last 6 games. Cleveland's done nothing but put money in everybody's pocket. They at least have one of the trees there with Evan Mobley, and they're still the number 1 defensive rated team in the league over the last 5 games. So if I'm putting my money on one of these teams, it'll be the dog that I know can play some defense.
Yeah, no, they still got some pieces there. It's just what are they going to do with the guard position? All right, Cleveland, Washington, guys, we'll move on to the Orlando Magic taking on the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. And I feel like we just did this game, and Milwaukee won by 1 million. Milwaukee Bucks laying 2 touchdowns here after an opening of 12.5. The total 216. That has been bet up here just a little bit. And the latest injury report: no Cole Anthony, no Mo Bamba, Michael Carter, pretty much exactly the guys that were out just a couple of nights ago when Milwaukee boat raced them. Same situation here tonight, Rob Vino. So what do you do? Is it just simply Milwaukee or pass, or how do you approach it?
Yeah, I look back to last night, and we had the Chicago-Atlanta game as the contrarian game on the show yesterday, right, Joe? That was the second of back-to-backs.
Yep.
And the second of back-to-backs almost came out identical to the first game. 130 to 117 the first time, 131 to 118 the second time, or however it went. But it's basically the same game. And I don't know why you'd get a different game here. To add misery to the Orlando Magic side, the guy they were using as their number 1 center, Robin Lopez, is in health and safety protocols now. We talked about Cleveland maybe having a point guard situation. Well, not maybe. They do have a point guard situation. But there's depletion all over the Orlando roster. There's only 2 healthy players at the power forward and center position combined for the Magic that were on the original roster, right? You got Wendell Carter Jr. and Mo Wagner, and that's it. And Wagner's not even a starter. His brother starts at small forward. Then you look, their top 4 point guards are all out right now. They have no point guards. The guards that are healthy from the original roster, just R.J. Hampton and Gary Harris Jr. You got nobody on this team. And even with those guys, nowhere near the talent of Milwaukee, which, again, they're a team that's come out of the COVID situation. They're a team minus Brook Lopez that is completely healthy. I don't see why you get any different results, side or total here. I'd probably play. We laughed the other night, right, Joe? Bucks 8.5 first half. How is that even possible? They're winning by 25 at halftime, 72-47. I'd probably play over. I'd probably play Bucks.
I feel like Ski, and we say it all the time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is the healthiest Milwaukee has been. And if you're looking, are you looking first half in this one, or you got a different way to approach it?
Yeah, it probably would be both. I think I talked about this game a couple of days ago with you guys, and I feel the exact same way today that I felt then. It's just Milwaukee's the best or one of the better first half teams as far as margin is concerned in the association, and Orlando is one of the worst. And I don't think, in that game, they got up by so much, they didn't really care anymore. They just, you let Orlando back into the game, and they still somehow end up covering, 15 points. So in this game, maybe they have a little bit more focus for the entirety of the game. And I would be looking at the Bucks on the spread. I'll say the total is kind of interesting, though, because, it went up and over by a good amount in the previous matchup, and it opens pretty much the same number. That's the difference I see between this game and the Atlanta game that you mentioned, Rob, because the Atlanta game, it was open, and then when players got announced, it went up the first time, and then the second time, it opened higher, and it still went up. So they're not doing that in this game. They may not expect that many points. So for myself, I'll just stick with the side and the Milwaukee Bucks.
So, Teddy, your former Michigan Wolverine there, Franz Wagner, is a monster. My word. I mean, goodness. He's certainly getting his. He did the other night, too, against this Bucks team. He's got a future here. What do you think of this Orlando team? Is it just going to be a carbon copy of what we saw a couple of nights ago?
Yeah, Juwan Howard brought the Wolverines to that game to see their former teammate and watch one of the ugliest first halves you'll ever see in an NBA game. It was, I think, Milwaukee led by 29. And that's the big issue here, okay? There's no debate, all right? Orlando stinks. Milwaukee's in there. They're defending champs. That's as healthy as they've been all year and playing good ball, all right? But that is most assuredly factored into this point spread. And the Magic didn't just get beat the other night. They got annihilated from the opening tip. A no-show game start to finish. It was over well before halftime. And if I can't find something better to play than a 14-point favorite on the second of back-to-backs against the same team on the road, it's like I get it, but Milwaukee's going to win this game by 12, right? You can sense it. They're going to win it by 11. They'll win it by 13. It just has that feel that maybe Orlando didn't let go of the rope this time. I would expect better effort from the team that just got embarrassed by this very same opponent on their home floor. And I'm not convinced that the Bucks are going to put the pedal to the metal for 48 minutes. Milwaukee in recent years has been great in this double-digit chalk roll. Not this year. In fact, this year at 7.5 or higher, I got them just over 33% ATS. They have not been covering numbers in these type of price ranges the way that I have in the past. So I'm not going to play Orlando with any actual money. Not maybe, but it's not a game that I see the Bucks. The Bucks are going to win it, and that'll be that. And if they manage to win by 15, the backers will be happy. But no surprise here if they win by a dozen, 12, 11, 9. Pass.
First half. If I'm going to do it, Rob, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Roll it. But Franz Wagner props, guys. Take a look at him. The kid is a beast. And they got nobody else. That also helps. All right, guys, let's take a look here at the Golden State Warriors. That's right. This one, yep. Okay, that one is postponed is correct. Sorry about that. Yeah, this one just got axed, as they say. And I do not believe, Ski, was it Golden State? Yeah, it just was that Golden State. Nah, I think it was Denver.
It's the Denver side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Denver shorthanded.
Yeah, yep. Denver don't have enough. So much like Miami last night's and San Antonio, this too shall be postponed here, Golden State and Denver, which, of course, leaves us with the 3 remaining on the card tonight. So it should be easy here. There's a couple different ways to go about this card, Ski. We'll start it off with you, 60 seconds, my man. Tell me of the Sixers, Nets, Cavs, Wizards, Bucks, Magic. Which way would you lean here tonight?
Yeah, well, now I got to figure out a different way to make some money tonight because my 5% play is off the board. So, and I was liking that game quite a bit. So let's see. If I look here on the rest of the games, I'm not going to play that Cleveland and Washington game. I think the Nets game and B props are the best, but I'll go Bucks first half. Like you said, Joe, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Orlando, if they don't have Cole Anthony, I don't really see them ever competing. So I like the Bucks to get it done in the first half.
Yeah, I could not agree more there. If it ain't broke, do not fix it. In fact, I'm looking, again, 8.5, a total of 106 in the first half in that game. So what do you think, Teddy, of the 3 remaining? Which way would you lean here?
Yeah, I'm maybe not as frustrated as Ski, because Ski had a 5% play on the game, and I loved your total every bit as I loved my side. But that's 2 days in a row where I had the info early. I locked in at a good number. I'm like, please just let the game be played. It'll be like the Cavs Raptors the other night, which was as easy as it gets. When you find out the outbreaks and the game gets played before you find out the outbreak before tip off and the game gets played, you get some easy winners. And unfortunately, over the last 2 days, canceled game and canceled game. which leaves me with an opinion on the fly of 3 games that I'm not playing. And I know you need a play, Joe. You know, you're saying
Just
you got to
a
give me
lean.
something.
Just
Throw
a
me a
lean.
freaking bone here. You know, I know I'm not playing Cavs Wizards. I know I'm not playing Bucks Magic. I leaned Brooklyn, but I'm not going to get there. Not with the guy or with the both superstars returning coming back off the West Coast. So that leaves me with a total, and I don't know what to do with the total. So this is a really crappy waste of a minute. Sorry, guys, I got nothing.
But he does have a
Rob knows what to
5%
do with that
best bet
total.
in a bowl game coming up, guys. So that is still available at Teddy's page at Wager Talk Indoor Sports Memo. Sorry, Teddy, but you got Swiss flagged on that play right there. Although it happens, though. It definitely happens. These are different times, folks. All right, Rob Bino, I know you're going to lean one way or the other here. So talk to us. Of the 3 remaining, where are you looking?
Well, let me start by saying that makes 3 of us that were on that Golden State game, and our plays are all right now. M2 is busy back in the Detroit office taking everybody's plays down and grading them as no play. You know, I was gonna do the if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but Ski's there. I'll second that opinion, but I'll also, as we speak, you know, Joe, this Washington game went from 2.5 to 3.
Yep.
Liked it better at 2.5. I still think Washington's probably the right side, but I'll go to the Philly-Brooklyn game. Ski just said, I know what to do with the total. You know, in my world, I only know one thing to do with totals. Play them over. I'm going to play Philly-Brooklyn. The first half has really moved, guys. Open 113 all the way to 115 at this point in time. But I think the way they match up here, guards for Brooklyn should have a big night. Bigs for Philly could have a big night. So I like points. I'll go ahead and play it over the 222 full game.
Whoa. You got me digging into quarters now, too, Vino, here. It is a 1 point for the first quarter, Philadelphia and Brooklyn. You think Brooklyn gets off to a hot start, or you think we get a little defense from little Embiid time there to start this game? It's only a point Brooklyn's a favorite by. Oh. 54 is the total in the Wizards-Cavs game, too, in the first quarter, guys. I don't know how many points.
Joe, real quick, shits and giggles. Make one up on the fly. You're the best.
I'm looking right now. I'm going, well, the Milwaukee Bucks are a 4.5 first quarter favorite here. That could be 10 by the time it gets to the second quarter there. They could just absolutely boat race them. But I don't know. I kind of like Philly in the first quarter to come out there and kind of take it to a Brooklyn team trying to find their footing. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out, guys. But we do have a recap for you here of a bunch of non-plays. And to recap once again, Teddy is not playing the Sixers or Brooklyn. He's also absolutely not playing the Bucks or Orlando. And let's face it here, his favorite play was Golden State. That shit ain't going on either. So that is that. Ski, however, he is going to be leading. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bucks first half laying the 8.5. And Rob Dino, he likes the over tonight. Sixers, Nets expecting some points. 222 is the number. He is leaning towards the over there. Now, good news, guys, is that full card again tomorrow lined up here in the NBA. So there will be more opportunities to profit in the association. But in the meantime, Ski Profit, Teddy Covers, Rob Dino, we told you their best bets are up, locked, and loaded here. Right now at WagerTalk.com, head over there. Teddy's got his big 5% college bowl game coming up. Make sure you head over there. Grab that now at WagerTalk and/or SportsMemo.com. And, of course, you know, Ski reworking the card right now. He'll be ready within the hour, I am sure. Make sure you visit his page at WagerTalk. And Rob Dino, always locked and loaded here tonight, ready to go. Still a lot of bowl games, NBA, college basketball, a lot of different ways to make it a profitable Thursday here, guys, as we end the year coming up on this December the 30th. But in the meantime, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. You'll get notified when we do go live, and make plans to join us again same time tomorrow, New Year's Eve, as we take a look and give you the latest information in the association. We'll find some edges for you. We'll make it a profitable end to 2021 for you. In the meantime, best of luck with your plays, guys. Come back and join us again tomorrow. We'll see you then.
WagerTalk continues to be an innovator in this industry, and our WagerBucks program is just one example. Because it's the holidays and we're feeling festive, we're giving you $100 worth of WagerBucks for only $49 using promo code WB49 at checkout. So how do they work? It's simple. You buy credits in bulk at a discounted rate and then apply them dollar for dollar towards your purchase. Use your purchase WagerBucks on $2 Tuesday, $9 packages on Monday. Buy your favorite 5% plays with or without the guarantee. Grab a 7-day all-access pass or even a 12-month package. That's right, purchase WagerBucks can be used on everything with no restrictions at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com. Due to the incredible savings, this special offer is limited to one per customer. From all of us here at WagerTalk, Sports Memo, and the Gold Sheet, we wish you a wonderful holiday season and a prosperous new year.